Okay. So I'm here with Casper van Donderen, and he gave a talk today at Akademy on how you can prepare your KDE application for Windows. So Casper, I just wanted to ask you to get started. Are there some specific things that KDE developers can do to help make their software more portable to other operating systems like Windows?
Yeah, on Windows the problem is mostly that there are missing dependencies and that we have two compiler sets which are not fully compatible with each other. We have the GCC based MinGW system, which is basically Linux but then on Windows, and we have Windows itself, like the Microsoft compiler. And on Windows the thing mostly is, what is the most common compiler error, is that we need to export a class. On Linux, all classes are automatically put into the symbol lookup table. So if you link against that library, it knows where in the sol file the entry point for that method is. And on Windows, it's automatically obscured. So it is in the library, but it's just not in the lookup table. So it doesn't know where to link against in the library. So then it just fails to link, and then your application can't compile.
Okay, and it looked like, from what I saw in your talk today anyways, that it's pretty simple to make these kind of changes, just like one or two lines of code that you can add.
There is a macro which is called KDE_export, and you have to redefine your own macro with the name of your application to be the same as KDE export and KDE import, and then the compiler automatically knows I need to export this class during compilation and I need to import this class when I run it.
Okay. And you gave another cool tip about the icons.
Yeah, there is a custom macro called KDE for add app icon, and that macro automatically runs a command that converts the PNG image which you want as your application icon to a Windows format which is embedded in the executable. And if you forget that macro, you get the ugly standard MS-DOS logo in the corner of your window, which doesn't look very good.
Right, okay. And then you also mentioned you had some tools and services that would be available to the KDE developers that might help them with doing this kind of thing?
We have a KDE Windows installer, which is basically an executable which you can run, and then you select which applications you want, and you can also select development packages, and then it downloads them and it puts them on your hard drive, and you can start to hack on stuff.
Okay.
The problem with that is that some paths in Qt and in KDE are hard-coded, so then you have to have it in exactly the same location as on the build server, so that's, I think, on an E drive, and who has an E drive? So that's not very convenient for development. So then we also have a Python-based clone of the Gentoo emerge system. You just install that, set up your settings in a settings file, and then you type emerge this package, it downloads it, it compiles it with all the dependencies which are available, and then you can really work on your system. You have to wait for a bit. And it might be that, for instance, KDE libs fails to compile, so because you compile everything yourself, there is chances that that will fail. But other than that, just wait for a day for the compile to finish, and then you can work and have your system fully set up.
Okay. And you mentioned something about also an automated server or something that does daily builds.
Yeah, we have a build server which compiles the main KDE applications, KDE libs, KDE base, apps workspace, runtime, KOffice, Amarok, Qt, no Qt not daily, but and KMyMoney, Chococ, all those applications. It's compiled daily for the Microsoft compiler and for the GCC compiler on Windows. You can check it on the website, and then you see if it fails to compile or if it runs. And we still have space to add more applications, so if you want your KDE application to be tested daily, send us a mail, we can try to add it, and then you have a daily test running.
Cool. And then in general, what's the best way for them to reach you if they have questions?
There is the hash KDE-Windows IRC channel on Freenode, and we have KDE-Windows at kde.org for our mailing list. So if you want anything tested, or your application needs new dependencies which you want to add and you don't know if they work on Windows, send a mail, come on the IRC, and we can see what happens.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for your talk today, and thanks for your time with the interview.
Yeah.